I'm gonna get this one. But I'm gonna go take her lunch at her house because she said she hasn't been going out or going anywhere. She's been in the house, so I'm gonna get her some lunch and we're gonna sit and talk. I'm gonna give her these comfort.
Yep, I sent her a list of things she's gonna need when she get ready to have her surgery.
What? She got to have surgery?
Um, if it, usually they will to they'll shrink it
And
first.
then remove the.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm. So I wonder how many chemos. I mean, how many chemo sessions she gotta have? Is it like 6? Is it 6 weeks? Is that what it is?
I forgot. She told me, but I forgot.
Oh, I need to make sure I put that in my calendar. Lunch date.
So I'm retightening with the latch hook, but these are Sisterlocks, and just for those, this is the tool for that. Because I know how some people are. They're not Sisterlocks.
Oh no, they definitely are. But yeah, so like I said, it's been a lot of people, and I told them like I don't think people realize how like wearing your like I wore my natural hair for years before I even got it locked, and it was still it was still different. Like I wore it, but I still felt like the same. It wasn't anything. Um, it didn't change like the way I felt or the way I looked at things. It didn't. It really didn't do anything for me except just keep me from having a permit or buy purchase like items that I didn't really need or that I didn't know wouldn't or would work on my hair. But when I got the locks, I'm telling you, the same day. That's why when I came back to see you, I asked you like, I had to call a couple people that actually had locks, whether it was traditional or micro locks or sister locks, because it gave me this feeling of like empowerment, and I didn't understand it. And I had talked to, like I said, my grandson's other grandma who had started hers, and I talked to a couple girls at the job, and they were like, yeah, they understood the feeling, but they couldn't explain it like the way that I know how to explain it now, and that's because I know now that I've actually walked through it and been going through the journey. I actually know what it does to you. What it does to you interpersonally, like it really does. It gives you this this sense of empowerment, like it's like a protective coat. Like you don't feel, I don't feel like anything. I don't know. It just rolls down my hair. To me, I feel like the the mess and everything that you deal with on day to day life, it just kind of rolls down, and it's not even allowed to touch me because I don't let it fade me. But I guess it's like it is a crown. It's a crown, and with that crown, nothing can get to you. Really.
Wow. So Michelle, are you still there? If so, is that how you felt when you got your Sisterlocks? Or who's ever watching, is that how you felt when you got your Sisterlocks? Because I know this. She said, "Yep."
Yeah, I mean, it really is something that you can only relate to if you get them, if you establish them and use them. Like I said, it teaches you patience. It helps build your self esteem, like a sense of like fulfillment, like spiritually. Like I just feel like I'm walking one side by side with him because I feel like I'm connected. I have a closer connection to him, and I've always had a connection with God. Like that's something I was raised with, but with my natural self, I feel like I'm walking closer to him, and he's able to get to me easier because I am natural. Because I mean, inside and out, it's just it's a weird but amazing like feeling. And I've never ever felt, and I've made a lot of decisions in my life, and I've did a lot of things that I'm thankful for. But this one is one that is like it fulfills multiple like areas of my life, as far as self esteem, as far as power, being powerful, as far as self gratification. Like
Mm.
it's just it fulfills so many areas of my life that I didn't think could be fulfilled, and that's what I've been like my whole journey trying to do things in life to fulfill my own to find fulfillment, and this has been one that has helped me bridge all those things together. So I don't know. It's just it's amazing. That's all I can say, and I think that's an understatement. I think that's an understatement, but it's yeah. I wouldn't change it at all whatsoever. I look forward to coming to get retired and looking in the mirror every day. It just really brings out just the glow in us. You know, it's
Mm.
just it's amazing.
Yeah, I felt that way about myself when I got my locks. It's just being free.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, there were a lot of naysayers and why you want to do that? That's my personal journey.
Mhm.
You may choose something else to change about you, but for me that's what I wanted. So and it started out with me just wanted to add something else to my service menu, learning how to do locks.
Mhm.
Went to the class. My instructor was awesome, and she's still my mentor today. And in the class, I fell in love with the history, the story behind locks. So I decided right then and there that's what I wanted to do.
Because in a sense, like you do hair and you know like and that's important for women especially like because that's like that changes our whole mood. You get your hair done, it's like girl bye, you know like and
So don't
so
talk to me.
right. But when you do hair and you do a style that changes somebody's life, like that's so rewarding. Like you have to feel a sense of like I don't know, extreme like powerfulness because you literally you don't just do hair, you change people's life. Like you really do. Like I know you changed mine. Like just I mean you really have. Like originally when I thought about getting this done, getting Sisterlocks, which is why it took me so long, it was more or less like I'm tired of getting up trying to figure out what to do to my hair. I'm tired of spending all this money on products and things that's not working, things that work for a short period of time, and then after that, it's like your hair done got used to it, so it no longer works.
Mm-hmm.
And then these products grow your hair for a certain short period of time, but then after that, you don't see any progress. With this, it'll be a year and 5 days, but I've seen nothing but growth and progress, not only in my hair but within myself. So
that's what my cousin was just saying. She had just wrote about the trusting the process of this. Also allow her to trust the process of life.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, it did because like with my hair growing and going through the process, I grew and I'm still growing,
Mm-hmm.
and the thought of knowing that this is gonna be a continuing journey, that means that I'm gonna continue to grow, and there's nothing more beautiful or amazing than to just continuously grow because that's life, right? You're supposed to learn and you're supposed to grow,
Absolutely.
and especially with age and just knowing that I'm going to continue to grow because my hair is going to continue to grow with me and we're going to continue to grow together. I don't know. I just look forward to every day growing with it as a person and also, you know what I mean, as like just with my hair. So it's awesome. I respect the process. I respect the process. I do. I really respect the process. So definitely. And when I talk to people about getting it, it's like I said, we gotta talk like outside of right here because this is gonna be a conversation that we're gonna continue to have. And anytime somebody comes, but what if I said, it is not a but what if. Like that's why you have to really be ready
Mm-hmm.
to make that change because you gotta have patience. You gotta have self-esteem. You gotta believe in yourself. You gotta believe in the process. You have to be able to. You have to be 100%, at least 99.9% sure that you're ready, because it's a life changing experience.
Right. Yep. When I have clients that come in and say, well, um, how do you take them out? If you already come in and you haven't even started with this process, and you're asking,
It's
this
not
is
for
one of
you
your
right
first
now.
questions, how do you take them out? You ain't ready.
Yeah,
You ain't ready.
absolutely. You're not.
Because this right here is an investment, and if you're not ready to invest that time, that money, uh, your growth, then you ain't ready for this.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is not something that you're ready to do.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And it's an investment, but then it say, look how much money it saves you though. Like, cause I think about like just going to get crochet hair. You spend $50, $60 just buying the crochet hair. Sometimes more than that, depending on how you're getting it done. And then you have to spend the money on the crochet needle, and then you have to spend the money on the different little ornaments you want to put in there, and then you gotta make sure you get the oil for your scalp. So, and that's multiple times within, like, depending on how often you do it. Some people keep it up for a month, some people keep it up for 2 months, but like, so you're spending well over what you spend to get your hair retied every 6 months. In addition to other products you have to get in between, because you got to get shampoo, because you got to wash it regularly, because you're putting those other chemicals in there.
Right.
So like, there's so much money that you actually save even with the hairstyle, regardless. I mean, even though you have to get it done retightened every like six weeks, you still save. So it is an investment, but it's also in the long run it saves you a lot of money. Especially if you're one of those people that get like weaves that cost $500, $600. I mean, I didn't even know people buy those type of hair. But $500, $600, they order them offline, and people, they ship them over here from out of country, and it's
Yes,
like,
ma'am.
I didn't even realize people pay that much. I would never, even if I didn't get Sisterlocks, I can't.
I was scrolling on TikTok yesterday, and it's not new, but it's becoming more popular now in the what do you call it? The extension world, I should say. It called microlinks, and this lady paid $5,000.
What?
Yes, ma'am. I wish I would have saved the video.
$5,000 to do what with some microlinks?
To install the microlink.
How do you install them?
It's a little clip, and it's individually clipped into the hair.
What?
$5,000. Yes, ma'am.
How long does that last though?
I don't know. I need to go. I was like, man, maybe I need to go to that class.
I mean, from your standpoint, absolutely. But you can do your own hair in the microlinks. It's gonna be least expensive.
Well, if you can, because it's tedious. It's very tedious.
Girl, $5,000.
$5,000. I said $5,000. Good Lord.
Wow.
Good Lord.
That's the business to be in.
Yeah.
Especially in a place where looks and fashion is prominent, like Atlanta, Houston, Texas, and so even some of the small places, but people are so big on cosmetics and what they look in the weaves and
you'd be surprised. People will spend money on what they want to spend money on.
Listen. I know, because I've had people that work with me that have taken money out their 401k for BBLs multiple times. I'm like, it's a retirement fund. When you get older and that butt starts to shrink or change and shift, you don't have no retirement money. But there's no way. Title loans, I've heard there's actually people that came to me and was, telling me they got approved for title loans. They got their title loan, so they're going to go to Florida to have their second BBL done and this and that.
So you, in a sense, mortgage your car.
Yeah. Yeah, to look good in it.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. Yep. And I'm totally not against cosmetic surgery. Like I really am not. But there's a limit. There's a limit that I'll go to be able to do it. Like if I have to pull out of things that secures my future,
it ain't worth
it's
it.
not worth it. Now I believe in saving up. If I can save up enough money over a length of time and just plan to get it done.
But not take from.
Absolutely, but not take from, especially because you don't know when they're gonna do away with the benefits and things that they have offered for us. They're trying to take Social Security away, and I believe that they'll end up doing it.
Oh yeah.
And then where does all the money go that we've invested? Like they don't give it back to us. It's not like they say, oh well, you worked 50 years and this is how much you put in, so here's your money back. That money's just gonna go to waste. So I mean, so you just gotta make sure that you have at least your retirement money put back, whether it's through a job or your IRA, personal, things like that. But to take and put my car up or move for money from my 401k is, to me, and everybody has opinions, and opinions are like buttholes, they stink, but it's not worth that to me. But I would save, to have a little lipo, move some fat from, just remove it. I don't want anything repositioned, but just move it out of my stomach. I'll be good with that. But I ain't taking from no 401k or putting my car up, because that's how I make my money.
That's right.
You take my car, I'm gonna look good, but I'm gonna be walking.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to my job.
So, and then if something happens to you in the process of trying to pay it off, and you can't financially pay back the title loan, then you're without a car. Because life happens to all of us, and we don't know when it's gonna happen.
That's right.
So if you didn't put up something and you're paying on it, and something happens to you where you're physically incapable of working and to pay it back, you're going to be short, especially this person, because she doesn't have help. She is the help. She is the one who helps everybody. So if you're the primary financial source for everybody else, when you get in a rut, those people can't help you.
Right.
So you got to think about those things. But child, I've seen it all. I've seen a lot, let me say that, with people, but
I ain't gonna put up nothing for no physical. Yeah, if it came to my health, maybe.
Yeah, your health is different.
But just because I want to look good,
and
I ain't doing that.
And that's what I can appreciate about the Sisterlocks, because no, this is no cap. Before establishing the Sisterlocks, I thought about a lot of different cosmetic things that I wanted to have done as far as my body goes, to help me feel better about myself. But since I've gotten the Sisterlocks, I've some weird way have accepted and loved me for my odd shape and distorted contour figure, and I feel like it brings out my natural body shape and how it looks, and I don't want to change it anymore. Like I've changed my mind about the things that I wanted to alter with my body since I've gotten my Sisterlocks. And the more that they grow and the more that I grow with them and grow to love them even more, it decreases my sense and urge to want to do anything to my body shape, because I've embraced it just like I've embraced my hair. So yeah, I got this walk that I do now. It's so weird. My husband looks at me and he said, "Who are you messing with? You talking to somebody?" And at first I thought he was joking, but when people say things more than once, it's kind of really how they feel.
Right.
So he's, even through his way of expressing that I look good or that he's seen a change in me, that's what he says to me, and that gives me more confidence, because I know he's seen my growth, even though he ain't saying, "Hey baby, you changed since you got your hair done," or he doesn't really know what's done it, but he's seen it because he's expressing it in that way. So that even solidifies that this hair, that my hair, in addition to a little other things, but mainly when I got my hair done, it definitely changed my perspective about myself and how I feel, and it's boosted my confidence significantly. I smile more. which is weird. And I play with it all the time. I play with it all the time, and my curls are so pretty. They're so natural. They're
Yes,
so
they are.
pretty.
They are beautiful.
Yeah. So definitely a journey worth taking. And I've been trying to convince everybody that I talk to that be talking, I didn't get my hair braided. I don't know what to do to my hair. I'm like, girl, you need to just lock. I'm telling you, you'll never regret it. You'll never regret it. So, and the little few people that did, even though they didn't go through the process like I did they didn't go through the whole process. They did some little shortcuts. But I've even noticed how they're smiling more, how they're posting more pictures, how they're doing different things. And I can tell that it's helped their confidence as well and that they're learning to embrace it. They missed some steps, the most important ones to me. Because when you start short and natural and work your way up, then there's things you learn along the way.
Right, and I think you appreciate it more.
You definitely do.
We live in such an instantaneous world that and now when people want locks, I want, even with traditional, I want them, but I don't want to go through the ugly stage. Well, that stage is helping you become more confident. That stage is helping you to learn how to be patient, to have patience, to learn who you are.
Right. And embracing every bit of it.
Every bit of it. Right.
Yeah. I definitely agree. And when you miss that part of the phase, like you don't really appreciate you don't really appreciate your hair and your naturalness to its full extent. To me, I feel like if I wouldn't have went through that short phase, and I just would have started out with extensions and just had it long, then there was things that I would have missed. But going through those phases and going through those stages, I've learned a lot of different things just from doing that. I learned that people look at you differently and feel differently about your presence when you with my hair. It's because they can sense the power. They can sense they can sense your strength, and even you don't even have to say anything. You just walk in the room and like you can feel that people can feel that you're like you got this confidence, you got this strength, you got this power, and they can feel, you can sense that, and it's so weird.
And sometimes it's appreciated. It's what's the word I'm using? It can be negative too, but you know that you have I guess I'm not going to say the word is influence, but they see that on you and they don't like it.
It's an intimidation.
That's the word.
Well, it's intimidation as as melanin people anyway in a position of like authority or just in a higher position that that the non-melanin people feel like we shouldn't be in anyway. So there's always that aspect of intimidation. But when you come in with your natural self, and you have that, and you're in that position of like just, I don't know, even if you're not in a position of power, but you just come in with your natural self and you're just confident and you don't feel like anything can touch you. That's intimidation for people anyway.
Yeah.
And it ain't just a non-melanin. Some of it is your own people.
Your own people.
Some of it is your own people. They look at you and be like, "What make her think she?" Baby, let me tell you about this. This right here is beauty, honey. This is mine. It's beautiful. It's natural. I love it. It smells good. It feels good. It is good. It's life. That's what it is.
I probably need to have a segment, Loving Our Crown.
Yes, absolutely. Because it is shining. It is. I'm telling you, it's shining. It really is. And you should do a segment on that because I think more people need to embrace it. And let me tell you, the fact that the military and a lot of these jobs were trying to make it where we couldn't wear our natural hair, that tells you how powerful it is and how they feel about it. Because why would you try to take away somebody's naturalness because it makes you feel uncomfortable? It makes you feel uncomfortable. So that's just more clarification that this is our crown. It's beautiful in its natural content, and it is intimidating, and that's why they are trying to remove it from areas like the military, from professional. What makes this is professional.
Mm-hmm. Now, there, granted, at times people may not take care of it, and it doesn't look professional, but that could be with your straight hair as well.
Absolutely, that goes more into the hygiene aspect of the employment. Making sure you look presentable. And like you said, that can with the straight hair, with the curly, even with the wigs, and all of that. We got somebody. There's a guy that works with us in the group, and he comes in. I swear and he's non-melanin. I swear he rolls over, throw a headband on, and come to work. It's this greasy looking. It's not combed through. It's not well put together. So that goes with any texture of hair where you can cut. So that's more on the hygiene part of the job, where you got to make sure everybody's coming in presentable. But when it comes to just our hair being natural and done, or natural and styled, they try to take it completely away, making that be the reason, because it looks like this. No, you need to deal with those people individually. You need to pull those people who are not taking care of their hair, whether it's straight, curly, natural, whatever, and you talk to them. But for those who have natural hair, but it's well put together, it's clean, and they are presentable, that's a different thing.
Right.
That's different, because if that's the case, then you need to tell those other people that they can't come to work with their natural hair either. They need to do something with it.
Right.
Because there's a group of them that come and they smell horrible, they look horrible, and they probably act horrible, because I know that if you don't look good and you don't take care of yourself, then you don't act accordingly. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Because you're a different person when you get up, you brush your teeth, you shower, you feel good, and it makes you want to do your hair. You look good, so you act different. But when you get up, you don't smell. You running around, you're kind of in a bad mood. You know what I mean? So hygiene and taking care of yourself makes you feel better. And then,
look, they ought to be in a bad mood. They running around smelling themselves.
Yeah, seriously. And they care for people in that way too. And that's another thing that is really important to me, because as a person being on both sides of the healthcare field, if you come in my room and I'm a patient and you don't look like you take care of yourself, that decreases my confidence in you being able to take care of yourself.
Absolutely. Yes.
So for me as a provider on the other side, I make sure that when I go in there, I'm well put together, because I want you to, from first presentation, to know, wow, she takes really good care of herself. That starts the relationship and gives them a little bit of sense of maybe she will take good care of me. And then you build on top of that. But if you coming in scraggly, looking rugged, you don't care about yourself, how could you care about somebody else? It's in the same lines of, if you don't know how to love yourself, then you can't love somebody else.
Amen.
And you can't teach people how to love you, because you don't know what you need to be able to love yourself. So I feel like that when it comes to my hair and my presentation. I don't know. And I've even gotten comments from patients that are not melanin about my hair. They love it. They're like, can I touch it? I'm like, no. But thank you. No. but thank you. No, you can't touch it, but thank you very much. I appreciate it. But when I was doing the home job, there were people that were saying, you just look so different. You're just so vibrant and things like that. And in my head, I was thinking, I knew what it was. I knew what was part of it. In addition to finding, my inner peace, after losing my son. But I knew that my hair had changed me a lot. So I just smiled and I was like, thank you. I said, well, the last time you saw me, it was probably because I didn't have my hair done, because I didn't. But definitely, it has done wonders in my life. It really has. That's
awesome.
Helped me grow significantly. I reflect so much back on how I was before I started the Sisterlocks and how I am now, and And I realized that it's played an integral part of my growth as a person, in my personal life, my professional life, and so it's definitely been a great journey. And I wish more of us would take it, because I think we'd be better for each other, for ourselves, and for each other as well. Because the unity is important, and that's the other thing that I appreciate about the Sisterlocks. There's groups, there's like Facebook groups with natural people, and we're helping each other get through even the process of just thinking about getting Sisterlocks or micro locks or whatever lock, traditional, like whatever locks you choose to get. And it's bringing us together in that sense. And I think that if more of us join this journey and go down this path, we would probably be more encouraging and supportive in the things that we go through as women, especially in this world as women, and then as a race within itself. Like, I just feel like it'll help us grow, because the groups are amazing. You hear people say, girl, don't worry about it, just do this and this, like just saying words of encouragement or advice, or just all. It's amazing. So yeah, it's a sisterhood, right? Yeah. It's a sisterhood outside of a sisterhood.
That is awesome. Awesome. How long have I been? 31 minutes. Okay.
If you're thinking about getting them, or if you're thinking about getting rid of them, don't do it. Don't get rid of them. But if you're thinking about getting them, absolutely. It's definitely the way to go. It really is.
Budget. Budget.
It teaches you that too.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even, you know what? It does. It teaches you that too. It does teach you how to like manage and budget a little better. It does. Because you got to make sure you make that retie, baby.
Yeah, because you don't want to go over that time. It takes us longer, and it costs you more, because, we charge by the hour. But you have pretty much made all of your scheduled time.
Yeah, I don't play. I don't play. I'm telling you, if my crown ain't straight, there's a little tilt in my, in my inner side. So I got to make sure my crown is straight and sitting tall and pretty, So, absolutely, I'm coming. I'll be there.
Conversations with Locs.
I might be a little late, but I'm coming. I'm on my way. Don't worry. So.
And I actually was able to take you earlier today, so yeah, because your appointment wasn't until 12.
Yeah.
And we got here at what, 10:30?
10:43.
Oh, excuse me. 10:43.
And you know what, too? Like, I was able to convince my mom. And my mom is older. You know how older people are. Like, they don't want to change. They're used to this, and they're stuck in their ways, most of them. And change is scary for them.
Mm-hmm.
And I was able to convince my mom. And when I tell you, at first, she did not like it. You're so short. It's this. But now, after I'll tell her to come by my house when she's done, or send me a picture. And I'll tell you, my mama is swinging her hair. Talking about, I don't even have to do much. She's shaking it. She loves them. She loves them.
And it took her a minute to get her to that point.
It really did. It did. But now, like, she don't want to miss a hair appointment. She'll miss a doctor's appointment.
She what?
She'll miss a doctor's appointment.
Oh, we don't have to talk.
But she ain't. And when it comes to her hair, she just told me today, she said, I told her I was going to schedule her an eye appointment. It's on my right here. And she was like, I got so many doctor's appointments too. So my next one is 2 days before my hair appointment. I said,
she know when that hair appointment is.
She does. Even when we were coming back from Texas, she was like, we ain't gonna make it back before my hair appointment. She was like a sad kid that wasn't gonna get to go to the park after you promised them. I was like, Ma, just call her and let her know we're still out of town and reschedule. She will not miss a hair appointment. She loves her hair.
By the way, I do her mom's hair too.
Absolutely.
And she has traditional locks, not Sisterlocks or micro locks.
But she loves it. She loves it. She loves it way more than she did when she first started. And now she don't want to do nothing else but make her appointments. And she's looking forward. She's actually looking forward to the growth and it getting fuller and longer. And
she's already seeing that now.
She is. She is. And I've noticed. I've noticed a change in my mom. My mom was in a real deep depression. My mom gets her eyelashes done now.
Yes, she does.
You notice that?
Yes.
She gets her eyelashes done now. She has on eyeliner. And even when she comes over sometimes, she dressed. I'm like, and she got a little man friend.
Uh-oh.
2 of them.
Oh, wait. 2.
Yes. And I said, when I found out, I said, don't make me ride down on you. I said, because I need him to know that you got somebody that love you since you live there by yourself. But yeah, she really does. She's doing more for herself in her personal self. She's loving herself more. She ain't got flowers outside of her house now. She's like literally, I'm telling you, it has boosted her self-esteem and has helped bring her up out of this like deep depression she's been in since all the things we've been, like it really has changed my mom.
Wow.
It really has. Like it really has changed her, and that's awesome to see. Like it really is. I see her smiling and shaking her hair and doing things for herself. It's amazing. It really is. And I don't mind getting it done for her every month. I will keep doing that as long as she continues to to see her continue to floor and be a better her. That's amazing. So, yes.
Yeah, that's a true testimony right there. Just, we all go through things, but, to see that when you begin to love yourself and how something, and I keep saying simple, but like you said, the hairstyle is not simple.
It's not simple.
But how just getting your hair can make such a difference. And it's not just getting your hair done. It's, yes, I am going to change my title. It's not just getting your hair done. It's just self-care, period.
It is. But it's the relationship with you too, though. Because coming here is like, it's calming, it's relaxing. It's a place to like talk and like you feel like it's the connection with your hairstylist too, though. Just knowing that you're gonna be honest, upfront, you're gonna take good care of us, like, that part of the process is important, as just as well as actually getting it done, because you go into a place where there's a true, genuine love for what they do, and that they're gonna do the best for you. So it's not just the hairstyle, but it's the person that does the hairstyle, the connection, the vibe, the environment. It's peaceful, it's calm. It's I don't know. It's just the total package. The total package is amazing. This all of it together. It's like all inclusive. You come here, you can relax, you can talk. That's confidential. It's
this one ain't confidential because it's on YouTube.
Well, we ain't talking about nothing personal.
Wait, right?
Though.
Yeah,
I'm talking about when it comes to like just being able to talk about things that you haven't been able to talk about. But when it comes to like the hair, this is on YouTube and that's fine. But because people need to understand and realize that this is truly what people's testimony is about it. It is what it is. It really is that. It's amazing. It's a journey. It's something you want to share. It's something you want people to feel. It's a feeling. I got a feeling about me now that I wish other people could feel and be. Because it's different, and you, like I said, you can't really explain to the lay person or to a person that haven't been through the journey. They can never really feel how you feel about it until they actually go through it. So, but it's been the best.
So let me reintroduce. I'm Lady Cha-Cha, or introduce. And this is, I should change the title. I don't know how to now since we are live, to conversations with clients. Oh, okay, cool, Sandy. But thank you for tuning in. And conversations with the clients. What did I say? something about the crown. Loving our crown. That should be my new segment. And I just picked up the camera because this young lady was going in talking about how she loves Sisterlocks and how it changed her life. And so I was like, oh, this is some good content. So yes, this is one of my clients, and she's now been coming to me for almost a year. It'll be a year and 5 days. Hey, Faye. And yeah, we're just having conversation. And honestly, she talks like this all the time when she comes in. And she's a good conversationalist, so this was perfect to pick up at this point and talk about her journey with Sisterlocks and how she passionately feels about them and how it has changed her life. So we will continue. She is. She says she is passionate. Yeah, she is very passionate about
But you know, remember when you first did them and then I came back for the first retie? Remember how I told you I felt?
Yes.
And you was like that I was the first person that had ever like embraced them so early.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But literally the first day that when I got out of your chair after completion, even when you first, because you did them in 3 days, like it was over a course of 3 days, but after you finished them, even though they were short and I had spaces because my hair hadn't filled out,
Mm-hmm.
and it looked like rats had been chewing on them in the middle of them, because that's kind of how I describe how the spaces look. But even at that point, like I'm telling you, I went home and it was like I was new. Like I was I don't know, it was an out of body experience, and I was just smiling and smiling and smiling. I just felt like I had won the lottery. And I kept laughing, girl. I was doing my hand like this. I was twisting them, and even though I shouldn't tell you that, right?
It went too late. Too late.
But yeah, it was. I did a lot of research. I got online. You know, I got in the Bible. I read in the. I was just looking at different people's journeys. Like I was trying to figure out why did I feel the way I felt. But I felt so liberating. I felt like free. I felt I don't know. I just wanted to walk with my head so high up that it was scary to me, because I'm like, if I keep my head up, I might trip because I'm not looking down.
Right.
You know, because it was just that. It was, I don't know. It was, I felt so much after that initial. So when I came back to you, it was a little scary. I was like, I don't know. This is a little weird, but why do I feel this way? So like I said, I did reach out to some people who had them, and they wasn't as passionate, but they loved their hair, but they didn't know how to express it, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, over time, I reflect every day about myself, and over time, I realize how it's changed me and what it's done to me. So it makes it easier for me to explain like how it's helped me grow and how we've grown together. You know, you know, my hair has grown and I've grown, and it's a constant. It's a relationship. It's a partnership that I have with my hair. That is, you know, is teaching me a lot of skills about life, about people, about money, relationships with other people. You know, I'm more in tune with looking at other people and how they look at me now, you know, because I've had situations where I felt people were intimidated just because of my knowledge, that they feel like maybe they felt like I felt that I knew everything or whatever, but they just didn't understand that I was just confident in the sense that I was okay with being okay with what I don't know, you know, and that was a process in accepting the things that you know and not, because a lot of people avoid that. But then when I came in with, you know, with my hair and that confidence as well, I look at them now and I see the look on their face, and they wait for me to talk. You know, they want to hear how I speak, because you know, I'm coming in here like this, my hair is like this, like how is she gonna present herself, or how does she you know, and you can see the eyes and people when they open big, and you look at it, and because just like people are watching you and observing you and feeling you out, I'm doing the same thing to them, and I see it a lot. I see it so much when people see when I finally speak and they look at me and their eyes get big, and I'm just like, yes, boo, that's that crown. See, you don't know nothing about that, right? That's life. Okay, we can come in here with this crown and still be good. It's life. It's life.
Awesome. We are 45 minutes in, and I'm going to cut you off right here. I'm going to cut the video off. We're going to continue to talk.
Okay.
But thanks for tuning in, and look out for the next conversations with my clients. Peace. I'm out.